today. This is the first time in a while I'm filming with natural light. We'll see how this goes. So hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucy and today I am back with a long overdue book haul. So I haven't done a book haul in a while and I've been receiving lots of great books. I've been buying lots of great books, so that's what this video is. I'm going to show you guys all the books that I have got probably in the last few months. Also, how are you guys feeling about the old background coming back? So these are actually my bookshelves. I am going to get around to doing a bookshelf tour someday. I have never done one on my channel and it's long, you know, I feel like I need to do a bookshelf tour to be a booktuber really. But usually I film kind of like around that side, which is like in front of my bed, but I felt like having a bit of books in the background for this video, so let me know how you like this new setup. So let's start off with the books that I have acquired from publishers. So there are lots of amazing books being released over the next few months and I'm really excited about the books that I have sitting on my lap at the minute. The first one is Lost for Words and this is by Stephanie Butland. So this book is all about bookshops. It's about this girl called Loveday who works in a bookshop in York, and it's basically a celebration of books, and Loveday is herself a book lover. She works in a bookshop, as I said. She has tattoos of books. She's obsessed with books. And then around her book-filled life, things start to come back to haunt her. So I think something happens in her past and that comes back, and I believe there's like romance in this as well. This sounds just like a brilliant kind of celebration of all things bookish. I also really love books about books, so I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. So the next book that I want to talk about is Windfall, and this is by Jennifer E. Smith. So I'm really excited about this book, and this was very kindly sent to me by Pan Macmillan. So this book is all about a girl called Alice who has been in love with her best friend for 3 years, and when she buys her best friend a lottery ticket for his 18th birthday and he wins the jackpot, they decide to go on this very epic adventure, and I believe they fall in love kind of on their crazy adventure. And this book, just, I love that premise, and I've not actually read many books about people winning the lottery. I don't even know if many books are about that, but I really like the premise of this, that there's a love story centered around that, and this just sounds awesome. I also haven't read contemporary in such a long time, so I'm looking forward to a nice like contemporary romance, so I think this will be the ticket. So Windfall is already out, so you can buy it, and I think this one's going to be something special. So the next book I want to talk about is a book that I've been seeing everywhere, and this was sent to me by Scholastic. It is Noah Can't Even, and yes, that is a massive banana on the front. And this is by Simon James Green, and this is his debut novel. So this is all about a boy called Noah, hence Noah Can't Even. And this is basically about how his life is a bit of a disaster. Like, he doesn't have a dad around and his mum is a bit of an embarrassment. He really hates school. And then all of a sudden he gets kissed by his best friend Harry. And I think this is like an LGBT coming of age romance. I am all about that. So I'm really excited to read this, and it's been getting such great reviews, and I'm really excited about this one. I really love funny LGBT romances. This is also able to buy, it's out in the shop, so go pick it up. This is going to be a brilliant debut, and I'm really excited to see what else is coming from Simon James Green. Next up we have another release from Scholastic, who are just hitting it out of the park with their YA, and this is Showstopper. Like, I'm just going to kind of tilt this book around just so you can see the crazy foiling on this. Holy hell, this is beautiful. And I actually was kind of lucky to read this back when I was actually working at Scholastic, and this is just a brilliant story. It's a brilliant novel, and it's basically a YA revolved around a circus. And circus YA seems to be hitting on a trend at the minute with the huge release of Caraval earlier this year, and I think Showstopper is going to be the next big YA fantasy on the scene. So I'm just going to read you guys a little bit of the blurb on the back. So, sabotaged high wires, ravenous lions, a demonic ringmaster, a circus without a safety net. Ben, the teenage son of a powerful government minister, attends an opening night and falls under the spell of Hoshiko, the tightrope walker and star attraction. But as he steps beyond the dazzle and spectacle of the arena to reveal the horrors that lurk beneath, can he find the courage to resist, to rebel, and to help end the cruelty and the carnage? OMG, doesn't that just sound amazing? So I'm so pleased I have this gorgeous finished copy, foiled finished copy no less, to add to my collection. So thank you to Olivia at Scholastic. You rock, and go and pick this up, guys. You will not be disappointed. Also, I find it so typical that I'm drinking out of a Penguin Books mug because all my mugs are bookish, let's be real. And finally, the last book that I received this month from a publisher was Belle, and this is by Laura Dockrill, and this cover gives me so much joy. I mean, look at the multicoloured, kind of watercoloured fish scales and the foiling, and yeah, I'm just obsessed with this. So this is the sequel to Lorelei by Laura Dockrill, which I absolutely loved. I think I read that, it might have even been 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. And I actually interviewed Laura Dockrill around that release. I'll link that down below so you can kind of get a sense of what Lorelei is about. Basically, this is mermaid YA and it is epic. It is just really sassy, it's really funny, it's very dramatic and very addictive. So this is kind of a spin-off, I guess. So Lorelei's story has ended with her book Lorelei, and this is kind of just an alternate story about one of the other mermaids in Lorelei. I hope that makes sense. Basically, if you've not yet read Lorelei, the first book, it's just so kind of plucky and sarky and brilliant, and I would definitely recommend this. Oh, we actually have one more book that I've been sent this month, and this is Truth or Dare by Non Pratt. I love this proof. Okay, so this is basically Non Pratt's latest novel. Non I absolutely adore. She's one of my favourite contemporary authors, and Truth or Dare is her latest novel that's one of those like cool flip books. So you read one character's side and then you flip and you read the other character's side. So let me just kind of read you what the two sides are about. So on the truth side it says, Claire hates being the centre of attention, but if it means getting Seth Malik to notice her, it's a risk she's happy to take. Then you flip over to the Dare side and it says, Seth is prepared to do anything to help his recently disabled brother, even if it means putting Claire's love and life on the line. When you're willing to risk everything, what is there left to lose? Oh, that sounds brilliant. I have not, as I said, I've not read contemporary in a hot minute, so I'm really, really looking forward to picking this up. And Non is one of those authors that I just absolutely adore. Her writing is brilliant. I would recommend checking out her other books, which are Trouble and Remix, and definitely getting Truth or Dare on publication, which is the 1st of June. So thank you to Walker Books for sending me Truth or Dare. I just can't wait for this book. And onto the two books that I bought myself this month. I mean, you probably can guess what this one is. So I bought the US hardcover of A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I read this kind of in like a few days. The bulk of it I got read on a Saturday, and I just completely read it and finished it in about 5 or 6 hours. Oh my god, this book, guys. So many feelings, so many thoughts. But I have made a separate video on that. I have filmed a very, very lengthy ACOWAR review, so I'll link that down below. I'll put a card somewhere so you can check it out. But this book is just something else, and I had to get the US hardcover, mainly just because it's beautiful. I also got the UK paperback, and this was very kindly sent to me from Bloomsbury, so thank you guys for that. And I believe when this video is going up, you can actually win a UK paperback on my ACOWAR review, and do check that out because you could actually win a UK copy of ACOWAR. I think the competition ends on the 20th of May, so hopefully you're just in time. So yes, these two books are sitting firmly on my bookshelf now, and I'm very, very excited about that fact. And finally, the final book that I bought this month was The Power, and this is by Naomi Alderman. So this book was shortlisted for the Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction, and I have not stopped hearing about this all over Twitter. People have been saying that this was their book of the year, and basically this is basically kind of a dystopian novel, I guess, and it's basically about women discovering that they have power all around the world. It's exploring gender stereotyping, I guess, and I've actually started reading the book. I've only read a few pages and it's already completely incredible. So the amount of hype that this book is getting and the amount of recommendations I'm getting to read this book, I have really high hopes for this. But let me just read you the back so you can get a kind of sense of what it's about. It says, all over the world, women are discovering they have power. With a flick of the fingers, they can inflict terrible pain, even death. Suddenly, every man on the planet finds they've lost control. The days of the girls has arrived, but where will it end? Oh, this sounds amazing, and I'm really, really wanting to read more literary fiction and books on feminism. This sounds perfect. Do let me know if you've read The Power, what your thoughts are down below in the comments. So guys, I think that's it. I think that's most of the books that I've acquired this month. and I am really excited. I feel like I'm getting in the groove of making more videos now. So if you have any video requests for me, do leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this book haul, please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for weekly bookish content. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!